Hello, my name is Tom Z, and my presentation is on cybersecurity. So first off, we're sort of going to go over the history of the computer and internet a little bit. So the first computers were very basic. They usually filled whole rooms because of their size. They're basically just glorified calculators. They use binary code just like the ones we use today with ones and zeros. The first guy to ever think of the concept of connecting these computers together and form the internet was J.C.R. Licklider in 1962 at MIT, and he called this network the Galactic Network. So on to cybercrime. From 2006 to 2012, it's increased about 800%. It's figured it costs the United States about $113 billion cybercrime. And as you can see in this graph right here, it's in the millions of dollars, and it's increasing by quite a bit. And that's just 2001 to 2007. So there's lots of different ways for you to get taken advantage of on the internet or on a computer. Biggest is fraud. That seems to have the most problems. With this graph here, you can see that about in between 35 and 40% is auction fraud. So it's like eBay stuff. And then it just sort of dwindles down. Last one is Nigerian letter fraud. So sort of on the global scale of things you have to watch out for. Utilities are very suspect to attack just because if they're brought down by hackers, it would cause a lot of damage and panic. And a lot of these hackers, that's all they're trying to do is just cause damage. So gas, electricity, water can all be sort of suspect to these attacks. And a lot of these attacks, they're big, so it takes groups of people in order to do them. So a lot of times there'll be whole governments. It could be. Otherwise, hackers will sort of band together. And a lot of times they'll even use other people's computers that they've hacked, and then use their processing power in order to perform hacks. And that not only does it do that, but it also sort of clears them. So people are oh, this hack is coming from this computer, but it's not even their computer, so they can't really get in trouble. So there's a lot of using ghost computers in order to, that's how they stay hidden. Some of the global impact as far as the top 20 in cybercrime goes, top 20 countries. Number 1 is United States, yay. 2, China. 3, Germany, and it just sort of goes down the line. 19% is sort of the smorgasbord of all other countries. So what is the United States doing about this? Basically, quite a bit. President Obama just recently had a speech about cybersecurity and about its importance. Pentagon is increasing its cyber department by over 5 times. So they're going to have about 4,900 personnel working at. That's just the Pentagon. There's also the NSA. A lot of their stuff is classified, so you can't really get a hold of how much they're actually spending on stuff. We know about the NSA's PRISM program, which is basically sort of a sketchy program that actually spies on United States citizens, and then a lot of times other citizens of other countries. So that's not good, but it comes at a cost. So some of the attacks that there have been, sort of the very first original cyber attack, and that was actually done by us, the CIA, during the Cold War. They were able to cause a Russian pipeline to explode by changing some code around in, they called that a logic bomb. And this explosion that they caused, it could actually be seen by space. And then another piece of software was actually able to damage part of Iran's uranium enrichment program. So that really helped slow down their nuclear program. Iran blamed Israel and the United States for it. In 2007, Estonia was attacked and had their media outlets, banks, and various public sectors agencies affected. It was suspected that Russia was behind the attack. China was also attacked, or China also attacked Google not too long ago. Part of the reason for the attack was said that they wanted information on the Dalai Lama's email account. And then actually just a few months ago, there was a big attack, and 850,000 bitcoins were stolen, and that was valued at about $1 billion. And bitcoins are basically just like a type of cybersecurity. So one of the big problems with cyber attacks is it's really hard to figure out A, where it's coming from, B, the reason for why they want to do that. So that's sort of a confusing aspect of it. So up next, we sort of have a little checklist of what you can do to help combat people from stealing your stuff, your identity, and all that. Having a strong password with letters and numbers, and not using easy to remember things like pet names or something like that. Try changing your password once a month is a good idea. I know it's inconvenient, but having your stuff safe is well worth it. Always having antivirus software on your machine. Be careful with emails. Don't download anything from an email unless you know the person who's sending it. Always keep your wireless internet secured. And then keeping your software up to date is also a big help, because these hackers, they're usually working on software that isn't up to date, because they're able to find holes in the code. So if you have up to date software that the developers use to fix the bugs and the problems with the software, then it also is a great help. So in conclusion, basically, we're becoming a lot more entwined with this cyber world. So keeping a leg up on it is very important. There are a lot of questions that need to be asked as far as, politically. People need to keep their eyes and ears open, because politics and the cyber problem is going to become much more together in future, because as you can see from the data, it's cyber crimes are just going up higher and higher in the recent years. So basically, you have the tools to make sure your life in the cyber world is a safe and productive one. It's your money, identity, and information that's out there, and make sure you it stays out of the wrong hands. Thank you.